Hey guys, welcome. How are you guys? Happy Monday. How many people on here are miserably married on Monday? Put MM. Hello, J. Cole. How are you? So before we get started, I want to acknowledge people that have subscribed to the channel. And we have Adam, Idaho, Wade, and we have one that's not showing. So if you'd like to support the channel, one of the ways you can do that is subscribe to the channel. The other thing is please follow. And then while we're on the live, please share the live. How are you guys doing today? We're trying to set up a little bit different. I think the setup is a little too far from me right now, but that's okay. I'm trying something I haven't done for quite a while. I used to go on lives and always have a board so I could write on it, because believe it or not, at the end of the day, I am a teacher. It's what I love to do, and helping guide and help people. So J. Cole, thanks for FYP and thanks for sharing the live. Where are you located again? And as you guys come on the live, tell me a couple things. Married, miserably married, happily married, HM, happily married, MM, miserably married. Maybe you have an affair partner, or you are that. Do AF. We're going to have some initials here. And then let me know if you're single or you're divorced. S and D. So those who don't know my story or who I am, my name is Dr. Elisabeth Princeton. I come on here to talk about health and relationships, because we don't realize that if we have health issues, what's in our space that's not in alignment with who we are supposed to be, and we're not being that. And so we have to look at our space and see what's not in alignment with our higher self. I reversed multiple sclerosis 28 years ago. It put me on a holistic path in regards to restoring my own life. And I work with 13 dimensions of wellness. When any of them are out, it affects the other areas of your life. So one of the topics we talk about is the lost art to femininity and the lost art to masculinity, which we talk about on Thursdays for a reason. Because women, we start having health diseases and illnesses because we get into masculine mode, and we're doing to the point of exhaustion and depletion. And therefore, we also in this space begin to say things like, he's not doing anything, he doesn't lift a finger, if I don't do it, it'll never get done. And then you wonder why you have health issues. Hi, my friends on YouTube. And it's because you're in masculine energy. When you go back into feminine energy, number one, you allow your husband to man up, because you can't have two bulls in the same pen. This is why your spouse goes silent, is because you are in masculine mode. It doesn't allow him a space to where he can be his true authentic self, because you're so masculine that you've demeaned him, made him small, cut his balls off most likely, which is why he goes and he starts drinking. He no longer takes care of himself. He becomes silent. And then you wonder why there's no you know what in the bedroom anymore. He doesn't pursue you out because he doesn't feel respected by you. When men don't feel respected, ladies, guess what? He's not going to cherish you. He's not going to honor you. He's not going to provide you a place of security, and he's not going to protect you. It's just human nature. Oh, hi, Gregory. How are you? Hi, James. How are you? There can only be one leader, men. So women, we lead differently. We were created the relationship person. Okay? We were created with feminine bodies, which means our bodies take the hit. Men have valor, strength. That's why they go and fight. Our bodies were created different. That's why when we're not in alignment, guess where it hits us? It hits our health first. And this is what I always share with people. I had a disease called multiple sclerosis 28 years ago for a reason. And it was to remind myself that I'm not to be masculine energy. I'm to lean in. I'm to step into my feminine voice. And when I step into my feminine voice, guess what? My husband steps into masculine. Okay, we always point the finger and say, he needs to change, he needs to change. How many fingers do we have pointing back at us? 3, this is why I work with people in marriages, but I don't work with them one-on-one. I work with them on one-on-one, and not as couples. Why? Because you have two incomplete individuals coming together, wanting to restore their marriage, but first they need to restore themselves. They need to look at who they've been being, which is the world of, I love this word. This is a word I've been using for 20 years. It's part of who I am. This is the world of ontology. Who are you being? And who have you been that's not in alignment with who you're stepping into becoming? So when people come and work with me, one of the first things we look at is all the areas of their life that's not working. And when we start looking at what's not working, the list is usually a mile long. And if they really do the work, it's 6, 7, or 8 pages long. Because when people come and work with me, guess what? They have homework to do. Of course they do. Because we have to create a clearing. But we can't create a clearing unless we begin to look at everything that's not working. Okay? Out of what's not working, we look at who are you right now in this moment? Like, who are you? Who are you right now? And oftentimes people say, disheartened, no peace, no joy, lack of fulfillment. I've created addictions. I've been sabotaging. Okay. Running from myself. Okay. Who are you? And then what they'll say to me, but who I am being right now actually isn't who I am. So then that's where we go to who were you created to be? Do you get what I said? Created to be? Okay. So when you have to look at who you're created to be, it's going to go against the subconscious mind, which is the habits that you've created from a way of being that's not in alignment with your higher self. And this is going to be from programming that you've had from 0 to 6 years of age. What was my programming? I was too pretty, seen, not heard. Okay. Princess was to walk into a room, be seen and not heard. I wasn't allowed to speak. No shit. Okay. And so had nothing to do with who I was created to be. I was created to be a leader. I was created to be a speaker. But that isn't what was programmed me as a child. So my whole life then, what I do, I went into programming. I was supposed to be seen and not heard. I was to be alongside of a guy, be submissive, my head down. I was supposed to be last stand. I wasn't supposed to be smart as him. I was supposed to act dumb, even though I was smarter. And then what did I end up marrying? I ended up marrying somebody that went back to how I was programmed when I was 0 to 6 years of age. And this is why you guys say to me, I've done all this work on narcissistic abuse. I've done all this work on my life and I'm still attracting the same person. It's because you haven't gone back to look at your programming from when you were a child. And it's called reprogramming your vagal nerve. We reprogram your brain for you to step into being the person you're created to be and look at who you are stepping into. Who are you stepping into becoming? So it's who you are right now is not in alignment with your higher self, which is why you guys come and work with me. I've got this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. This person pisses me off. This person makes me feel little and small. I've created this in my space. I think I feel secure and safe, but at the end of the day, I don't have any security. My adrenals are blown out. I have cortisol issues. I have worms and candida. Doctors don't know what's wrong with me. And you give me a list that's a mile long. Okay? Because who you've become right now in this moment is not in alignment with your higher self. You've allowed things in your space that aren't in alignment with you. And the bottom line is many of y'all don't even know who you are. Much less who you're created to be. Have no idea. I can't tell you how many people I ask them to do homework with is, do you know the meaning of your name? I can't tell you how many people don't know the meaning of their name. And I'm in awe because this is just my life. Like, this is who I am. I knew the meaning of my name when I was a little runt. I wanted to know the meaning of my name, and my name wasn't what it is right now. I just want to let you know it's totally something different. I changed my name because I believe in declaring who you are and who you're stepping into becoming, and that you have fallible human beings as parents, and they don't have a clear picture of who you are. And if it doesn't resonate with you, look for what resonates with you in regards to your purpose. But you got to know your purpose. As a child, I knew what mine was. So how many of y'all don't even know your name, and you're wondering, like, who am I? Who am I? Well, I don't know. What's the meaning of your name? Are you stepping into what the meaning of your name is? People look at me like, what? That's just the basics. Your words have vibrational attractiveness. Your name has a vibrational attractiveness to it. You call it to you by just someone saying your name. My name is Elisabeth. Elisabeth is the oath of God. I don't have a small calling. I have a high one, which is why I do what I do. Some people can't relate, and that's okay. But I know who I am, and I know who I'm stepping into becoming. And so this also goes to some of you who are miserably married or magically married. Miserably married, you don't even know who you are. Don't even know who you're created to be, and you have no freaking idea who you're becoming. None. And then you want to point the finger at your relationship and why your relationship's not working. But do you realize that you're half the equation? And that one reason why your relationship isn't working is because you don't even know who you freaking are? And so you sit on a fence, literally sit on a fence. Insanity making, by the way. 1 minute it's okay, next day it's not okay. 1 minute it's okay, next day it's not okay. Then you say, I feel like I'm going crazy. One day I'm okay with it. I don't know what just happened to my computer, but my iPad wanted to shut down. I said, restart later. And you're creating insanity making because you don't know who you are stepping into becoming and who you're created to be. So one day you're okay with this, and one day you're okay with that, and then one day you're going to go back to this, and one day you'll go back, and then you'll tell me things like, my world is spinning, I don't have any footing. Well, you don't have any footing because the foundation of your life is on things that happen to you between 0 and 6 years of age, which has been the foundation of your entire life, and it is called programming. And it's only when you look at who you've been programmed to be and look at who you become because of the programming, then you get to make a declaration for your life and for your future, saying, this is who I am and this is who I'm stepping into becoming. And in doing so, this, and only then are you able to attract to you or be in the space of a loving relationship, because in this space, you are healed. Know thyself. It's like you going in for a job interview and them going, oh, well, I really like you. And you're going, well, what's the job description? Oh, you're going to really, really like it. But I don't know. I don't know what the job description is. Oh, you fit perfectly for the job. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want the job? Well, I'd like to know what the job description is. Oh, but you got the job. Don't you want the job? And you're going, well, why would I want a job if I don't know what the description is? But many of y'all do that in your everyday life with yourselves. You go, oh, I want to live this life. And then you go, no, I don't. I don't like this life. Well, what is the life that you're created to live? I have no clue. But you went and enrolled in it and signed up. Some of y'all saw this person. Oh, they look good. You sign up. You come and work with me. I wanted a good person. Well, you got a good person. Oh, but this, and this is wrong with him. Oh, okay. So you didn't make any clear, decisive decision on the type of person you wanted, because at the end of the day, you don't even know truly who you are and who you're stepping into becoming. And this is what I help people with. So it not only restores your relationship, but it restores your whole entire life. And you know what happens to your nervous system? Your nervous system starts getting in the flow. Your health symptoms start going away. Your relationships start showing up differently. You start relating to yourself differently, which is the most beautiful thing. You start using different words that you've never used before. And then you find out other people in your space start using words now that are in alignment with who you're stepping into becoming. And so look at your marriage, look at your relationships. How are you dumbing yourself down? Or how are you dumbing down in a relationship? Because at the end of the day, you don't even know who you're created to be, and you've taken on a relationship that is okay, but you're miserably married or miserable. And it really goes back to you because you don't know who you are. So welcome to the live, you guys. As you guys come in, let me know where you guys are at, what part of the world you're in. I'm in Newport Beach, California right now. And yes, I have a cold. I've had a cold for a while. Today is day number, I think, 5. It's kicking my butt. I don't know why. Fort Myers, Florida. I love it. What about on YouTube? Where are you guys from today? Gigi, thanks for liking the live. Welcome to the live. For those of you who are on my TikTok, I just want to acknowledge, and I always do this because I'm just so grateful for her. Gigi comes in and she's my moderator on TikTok. And so we're on YouTube right now, and we're also on TikTok. So I just want to acknowledge Gigi on TikTok being the moderator, creating a safe community for people. I don't know YouTube well enough to know how to build that safe community yet, but one of the things that we request is, because this is a place of authenticity and transparency. And so one of the things that work is for you to be present. And one of the ways to do that is to please put up a profile picture so we know who you are. If you've not been on social media in this space before, I just want to let you know, even though it looks like it's a safe space because you guys are out there and I'm here, it's actually really not. I've had stalkers and continue to do so, and will probably until the day I pass, as most of my mentors all have stalkers on social media. And this is a way for us to stay safe and also to create a holistic space for people when they do come on and share matters of the heart, because I am here for one reason and one reason alone. It's to touch, move, and inspire each of every one of you to step into your greatness and see that who you've been being is not in alignment with who you're created to be, and help you stand in your purpose and go into what we call intentional living. And in that space, not only do your relationships heal, but your health heals, your nervous system heals as you get in alignment with who you're created to be. It's called elevate. Okay. Someone just gave me a flower. Pino, thanks for doing that. How are you, my friend? Itchy, thank you for that. Hey, Doc. Jen's Journey, hi, my love. How are you? Woohoo, join the team. Yes, we will go and do the little happy dance, because you guys do need to see that I'm really not so serious all the time. I'm actually a fun girl and I'm adventurous, which we talk about on Thursday, is femininity. Just want to let you know. Oh, thank you for the rose. You know, they have those people on here that smell the roses. So thank you for that. Oh my goodness. So what questions do you have? You're loving the nails. Thank you. There's the nails of the day. You guys are always interested. Freaky, thank you for the ice cream cone. Dale, you can't sleep. Why can't you sleep, my friend? What is occupying your mind? Freaky J, thank you for that. Chief White Buffalo, hello, my friend. How are you? I'm Pocahontas. Just want to let you know, I really am. 3 types of Indian, so I should have my bow out, but I'm not going to on the live. I probably get banned for it anyway. What's the meaning of life? I love it. Okay, so I'm watching and reading comments you have as you guys come on. So some comments I will not be responding to, just let you guys know that, because it's not appropriate on my platform. It's one thing to give a compliment, but it's also to do it in a very tactful and kind way. So I have been doing this, you guys, for 30 years. I've been on social media for 15 under different brands. Thomas, thanks for being here. Good to see you, my friend. How are you today? So, does this help you guys at all? Having a board here. I probably need to come in closer, but I wanted to try it today for the first time. Does this help at all? Do you guys like visuals? You guys just like me talking better? What you guys thought? Love to hear what you guys have to say as I get ready to try to erase it. Okay, Gigi, what is your thoughts about having the visual on? So as we talk about health and relationships, one thing I want to talk about really quick is right now with what's going on with me, my virus has actually attacked my shoulder and my muscles here, which is pretty wild. And so it comes out in a cold, but if I go to where it's actually embedded in my body, it's in a muscle right now. So you like it, it's something different. Okay, before Africa, I had a board up. I had one room designated just for social media. I had a director's chair in it. I had my camera, lights, everything, which I still have out here in the storage unit set up. I just don't know where to put it. Someone asked me to get a podcasting table. I had that all set up and I could just do my thing. So God hasn't brought in the space yet for me to financially do all that. So we're going to do with what I have right now. You get the flu in the back. It's right here in this muscle. It's killing me. So when we get off the live, what I'll do is, you guys know my Wholistic Lifestyle. I have a portable sauna. I actually have two of them right now. One of them is for sale on my social media, but I'll go sit in a portable infrared sauna to help detox. So, oh, thank you, love. So you guys, as we talk about relationships and people come and talk to me about relationships a lot, about being miserably married, I want you guys to give me some reasons why people are miserably married. We're going to have an interaction here. So you guys tell me, we're going to do miserably married. Let's come up with 8 reasons why miserably married. She has understanding. Thank you, guys. Let me know what's one reason why one gives more than the other. One gives more than another. Okay, so not 50-50. Brenda, thanks for sharing the live. What's another reason why people are miserably married? Thanks for the gift. I don't think that being beautiful is one reason why someone is miserably married. Not willing to talk about problems and money, okay? Money, communication. Compromise, I love it. It's your way, my way, or the highway. This is called the lost art of negotiating, by the way. The other person being lazy, okay? Lack of attention. Distractions. Not making time for one another. Yes. So no time, no attention, no compromise, no communication, no money, honey, and not equal on giving each other time. What's another one? Oh, everyone else is a priority except the one that you're married to. Whoa. That goes back to attention. Everyone else is a priority. You're late for class again. Now this is very interesting. Okay, so Gigi, you said one. You're not making the other person better. So I'm going to call that mirroring back. Okay, one more. One more. Selfish. Women earning more is not a problem in relationships. It might be a problem for a man's masculinity. Okay, and that's where we're going to talk about on Thursday, Peter Pan issues. By not helping a goal. Okay, so commitment. Hello, my future. I love it. No love-ins. Okay, so we're going to put that on here as no physical. Okay, so if we look at all the negatives of why relationships don't work, one gives more than the other, so it's not a 50-50. We aren't in a selfless marriage, okay? So money's an issue, whether it's one makes more than the other, but money is an issue, whether the man doesn't make enough to provide, so the woman has to provide, she gets resentful. The man then feels like, oh my goodness, I feel less than because my wife makes more than me. And I can't tell you how many guys here in Newport Beach, that's one of the reasons why they don't date successful women, is because their ego can't handle it. Okay. And there's something that, and I've talked about this on my platform and I talk about it on Thursdays. Men, if you don't make money, you're in Peter Pan mode, because the masculine man wants to make money in order to provide security for a woman, because he knows if he provides her a place of security financially, she rests and leans in and she can trust him. Okay. Remember when I had a therapist years ago say to me, why do you attract Peter Pans? You attract men who like take everything from you and don't give back to you, which makes me feel depleted and exhausted, and then I don't respect a man, and what do you think happens in the relationship? It goes south. Okay, so money. So that is what I'm actually going to call, instead of money and focusing on it, is an alignment with one true authentic self. Because if men were in alignment with their true authentic self, guess what? They would call the universe to them to help them with their finances, because this is the world of quantum physics. Everything is available to you if you so choose, but you have to know how to tap into it. So this is what I'm going to call alignment. Lack of communication. Okay. So can you imagine if you were able to get on and talk to your spouse just like we do on this platform, right? We just talk. There's no judgment. There's no making each other small. There's no demeaning each other. Okay, if they are, guess what? Gigi's on here to protect people from that, because we want to have open dialogue. We want to accept people just like they're at and just like they're not at. Okay? Because we are all in the space of evolving. No one has arrived here on this earth, and your perception of your own world is going to be different than mine. Number one, due to yours, we talked about 0 to 6 years of age, how you were brought up. Number two, where you live currently. Number three, everything you've gone through in your life. Okay? It all changes us and molds us into becoming a very unique individual. It's not one way or the highway. Everybody's unique in their own process on life. So communication. Okay, I like this one. Negotiate. It's my way or the highway. Do you know how many people don't compromise at all whatsoever? And men come to me all the time, and say this is their complaint. I always have to give in. I always have to give in. If I don't, you know what happens? My hell becomes a hell in a handbasket because she's going to make everybody pay. And ladies, that's unhealed feminine. I just want to let you know right there. That's not okay. And the other thing is you can't have two bulls in the same pen. Okay? You can not agree with what your husband says and still be a queen, submissive. But it doesn't mean you get run over, because that's the way a lot of women take it. There's an art. Okay, there also is an art of negotiation that's missing in relationships today. It's not my way or the highway. It's not that. The other are going to be times when you're going to have to lay down your sword and that person is able to rise up, and then it's going to be vice versa. It's not just one way. It's why you have two incomplete individuals coming together, making decisions together as a family. And you know how many relationships don't have that, by the way? And they wonder why they have relationship issues? Because they don't do that. 5, attention, lack of, distraction. Everybody else is a priority. Where you put your attention is what grows. So people often come to me for affairs. Why do they come to me for affairs? Because this is one of the reasons: no attention at home. And so they've gone outside to get attention from someone else to give them validation that they're okay and they're all right. They have worth. They're loving. They're sexy. They're worth listening to. And then they began, and oops, turns into this relationship. And one of the reasons why that relationship exists is because of attention. Okay? So what are you giving your attention to? What is distracting you from the one that you've chosen every day in every way? And is that one reason why you're miserably married? Men will start being avoidant of coming home. Why? Because the woman bitches, moans, and complains. They don't want to come home. Who would want to come home to that? I wouldn't want to come home to that. You didn't do this today. And he's thinking, woman, I got up. Hopefully he went to the gym and worked out. Or he didn't. He did after work. And I went to work and I slaved away all day. And now you want me to come home and do what? Because she was home all day, whatever she was doing. Okay? This is where we go back to negotiating. This is where we go back to communication. Okay? No time. If you've not read the 5 love languages, please do so. These are all in alignment with it. Time is so important. And you know what happens is we get children and then we focus all of our time and energy and effort on the children instead of modeling the way and say, we brought you into the world. This relationship right here comes before you. Like one of the best things my ex-husband ever told my kids is, if we ever got in a flood, I'm saving mom. You're last. Mom's first. Most powerful thing you can do for relationships. Model them the foundation of how they even came into existence, which is you, each other. Oftentimes people grow out of love, but they also don't give it attention. They don't communicate. Okay, this one, not making each other back, not mirroring back to you who you are. One of the best things my ex-husband 1 and 2 said, yes, because I remarried him, said was this. When I would get in a tizzy, he'd say, okay, wait a minute. This has nothing to do with me. This is everything to do with you. What do you need from me in order for you to be in a different space? He saw who I truly was, and he saw who I was being wasn't in alignment with who I'm called to be. So I went earlier to, who are you? Being, who you created to be, and who you're stepping into becoming. It's along the same lines of relationships. Okay? And when he mirrored back to me, it empowered me. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have a husband who sees me. I can rest in him. I'm just not this pretty thing. Like, I matter. And doing back to him. Like the way that I see you showing up, or I heard a conversation with you today, and this didn't seem to match who I know you to be. It's amazing what happens when you have somebody that you're able to do that with in your space. It's a game changer. No physical. Do you know why no physical happens? Men, the moment your wife stops giving it up for you is the moment you have a divorce. It's not when she gives you the paperwork. That's a little too late. It's when she already quit giving you the goods. I say that, and women don't like me saying that, but you know what? I'm a truth seeker, and that's just the way it goes. Okay, women, if he's not giving it up, you gotta wonder where it's going. And it's not because he's dead. Okay, maybe his testosterone's a little low. Okay, but I want to let you know, God created men to want you know what. And men, if she doesn't want it from you, you got to look at how you've been being, where she doesn't respect who you become or who you are. Because when women don't respect a man, guess what? We can't lean in, and we can't give you the most intimate thing we can give a man. We can't. And we're not going to. Unless it's a woman that was raised to have peace at any cost and then sacrifices her soul and being to a man who at the end of the day is not cherishing her and finding her a place of security. Not happening. And this is what I help women with. I know people will say, oh, it's because her testosterone lows and things like that. There is a natural thing with a woman when she feels safe and protected. She wants to. It is a desire. But if women don't like themselves, much less love themselves, and they're sabotaging with food or working too much, guess what? That has become their affair. And they're not going to feel it with you anymore. Okay? There's different types of affairs. It's not just, you go have an affair with another person. No, there's different types of affair. You can have an affair with work, where you put so much energy and effort at work. Of course, you're not going to want to come home to the spouse and give it up because you just had your affair. What made your light fire up? And so if we look at what you guys came up with, what makes one miserable? Can you imagine if we looked at our lives honestly and said, okay, wait a minute, what is it about me that doesn't want to give? What is it about me that wants to spend money? What is it about me that's not making money for my family to relax? What is it about my energetic field that needs to shift so I can attract more money to me? What is it about me that I'm not getting the attention that I want from my husband? Am I being too needy? Am I pushing him away? What is it about my wife that's not needing or wanting attention from me? What am I not doing for her? Because men, you do, women, we be. Men, if you're not doing, guess what? She's not going to lean in. If you're having your wife be the one that creates all the dates and does all the romance, red flag, red flag, red flag. That's masculine energy. Women don't plan the dates. We show up. Because at the end of the day, you want somebody that's fun and adventurous. If a woman is working, coming home, planning everything, and then, oh, we're going to go on this trip together, then planning everything for a trip together, and then you guys come to me and say, shouldn't you give it up the whole trip? Of course not, because she freaking did it all. She's exhausted and depleted. She has nothing left to give. So when are you going to man up and make the plans? When are you going to man up and, honey, I'm going to go pick up the kids after work. I want you to go get a massage. Or why don't you go hang out with your girlfriends and do something fun for you? Okay, I have 37 messages. Not treating my spouse with respect. I got thrown out of my house because I wasn't allowed to talk to my son's grandmother or aunt. That's crazy. Why do some women think that silent treatment is punishment, beloved? Well, it comes from a man also. It's not just from women. And it is not a wonderful thing. And to a woman, it messes up our nervous system. Especially if one has actually shared feelings, thoughts. You respond back and then they go MIA on you. Not healthy at all whatsoever. You got the silent treatment for 3 weeks? You got to be kidding me. Women, why do you do that? Knock it off. That's not a healed version of you. All that's festering is more animosity and everything else in the room. And it's a total disrespect for your husband, just to let you know. And men, if you're doing that to women, you're not cherishing them. we have this thing, oh, I didn't like what they said, so I'm just going to go silent on them now. Saying, hey, you went through this text message and I'm not sure if I interpreted it correctly or not. Is there a time that we can have a call so we can resolve this? That would be a healed person's response. Not, oh, I'm just not going to talk to him. I didn't like that message. Okay, so your spouse is supposed to be your best friend, but over time, what happens is people get off track because they don't spend time and they don't spend attention. They don't sit and listen. It's like when clients come and talk to me, this is what they're saying, but I got to listen beyond that to say, no, this is what you're really saying to me. Because just because someone says something with words, that's not what they're saying. What's the energetic field? What's the underlying issue? That's where many people don't listen. But you said this. I took it so literally. Stop taking things so literally. Look at the real meaning behind what people are saying. You're a master of seduction. All about money and Amazon. Oh, Rolling Thunder, thank you for that. Can you guys tell I have a cold? Okay, I'm trying to get my iPad to scroll up. It's stuck. There we go. I had a soulmate and we never told each other and we showed each other every day. Oh, that's beautiful. Everything else became a priority. I love it. Adam's in the house. He's one of the lions in the house. Just to let you guys know, one of the ways to support me is please subscribe. The other thing is please share the live. And the other thing is you can sign up to subscribe on here. If you need help with your life, you go to my web and you can sign up for a time there, or my link tree is there and you click up and it shows chains, release the chains that bind you. You can go sign up there for a time with me because that's what I come on here for. Sony, thanks for following. Where are you from? Did you guys come on? Let me know where you're from today. So do you guys like the billboard? I'm needing to bring this closer next time. I can see that because you guys are too far. That's okay. This was a test run to see how I did today or how we did today. I'm going to show you something as we get into marriages. So you have yin energy, which is pink for a reason because that's feminine energy. And you have yang energy, which is masculine. This is the art of femininity and masculinity that people don't realize. Yang energy is speaking. Yang energy. That's why women, you flirt with your eyes. You don't speak with your mouth. This is why you allow a man to speak first when you're dating. This is why you allow a man to give you options for where you go to dinner. This is why you allow a man to say, hey, I'd like to make plans. How does this feel to you? Femininity is feeling. Yang energy is thinking. It's why one of the most beautiful things a man can say to a woman is, how are you feeling today? Not what did you do? Which is masculine energy. Feminine energy is being. Okay? I don't do anything. I'm just in my aura, my presence. Okay? The other thing about ladies, is you will let your husband have it. You speak. You can't have two bulls in the same pen, and then you wonder why he doesn't cherish you anymore and he backs off. Okay? That's why. They'll often say, hey, I think we should do this, 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 and this, and this, and this. You demasculize them. Okay? Said, I'm feeling like you guys' words have vibrational frequency to it. You don't realize it. Ladies, it's something so simple. Okay? If a man ever asks me what I think, I always switch it to how I feel, even when I am counseling. Even though this right now, I'm in very masculine energy right now. And I'm in masculine energy a lot because I'm single. This is one reason why I get sick. It's because I'm in masculine energy. I wasn't created to be masculine energy. I was created to be feminine. Okay? Schooling. What do you think schooling is? Masculine energy or feminine energy? Very masculine energy. But what is creating? Creating is feminine energy. Which is why it's a woman's universe. Because the universe was created, someone spoke into it, but it's a man's world. Because the world was created from someone thinking, speaking, doing. Creativity. Okay? Two people need to learn each other's love strategy, make them feel loved by each other. Yes. But first you have to know your true authentic self. You got to know your true authentic self, because so many women like me, okay, have been programmed. My parents are 86 years of age. They still ask me what I did today. Drives me batshit crazy. If I say I'm struggling, what are you going to do about it? Drive me batshit crazy. My family does not know except what a beauty queen looks like, but they still are in the doing masculine state. Okay? This is one reason why I was sick all the time growing up. Okay? This is where I thrive. How do you know? You will see me when I'm with a masculine man, I thrive. Like my whole nervous system and everything changes. I glow, everything changes. Nothing shifted except the person that was in my space allowed me to be instead of do. Didn't ask me about my schooling, didn't ask me what I thought. Gave me options. And I could just be in the presence. And in doing so, what happens to femininity? Fun, adventurous, spontaneous, free-spirited. And at one time, this is what men fought for. At one time, this is what men fought for. We have too many Peter Pans. Men have forgotten, because women, you mostly reside over here. So men don't even know to fight over here anymore, because also you have stepped into, and we talk about this in regards to situationships, dishonoring yourself and your feminine beauty, and you have no virtue and no nobility anymore. So we got to go back to who we're created to be so that we can have the relationships that we're longing for. Freedom. Well, you know, in scripture, it talks about, you know, you marry somebody that you can go to war with. So, but I want to be, I know I'm a lioness, okay? But I still want to be in feminine. I want to be in energy. Right now, I'm yang energy. So when you talk about miserably married, look at who you've been being, even as I write this out. In relationships you've had that's failed, who have you been being? Men, have you gone over here? Or are you more over here? See, men protect, provide security, and you make the money. You make the money so you can get the honey. Did I just say that on TikTok? I did. And on YouTube. Yes, you did. Men, if you can't make the money, you're not going to get the honey. What you're going to get is you're going to become a beta. And you're going to end up with a woman like this. And then one day you're going to talk to me because it doesn't work for you anymore. We shouldn't allow people to control us. But there's no manipulation, there's no seduction, and there's no control. So relationships are usually those three things. There's seduction, there's manipulation, and control in most relationships. You got to get rid of all three. You got to go to the space of what we call imperturbability, where you're just in the flow of being who you're created to be, but people don't know who they are and who they're created to be. No money, no honey. Amen to that. Because men want to show a woman, this is what ladies have a hard time with. Men want to show a woman what their world is and what it looks like to see if she can see herself in it. That's masculine energy. It's not the other way around. So many women give up so much in order to check out a man, to check out her world. Because they're so excited. They want to, oh, everybody check out my new guy. But he hasn't done what's required and paved the way for her. Let's see which side works better. Hi Vince, how are you, my friend? And if you're on YouTube, let me know where you're at and where you're from right now. Oh my goodness, Dale. You did a lot. Couples make money together, yes. What I don't understand is when people have money together, why are there separate bank accounts? That is the biggest red flag in the book. Oh, and then it goes this way. Let me show you how it goes. I'm going to step on some toes here, but that's fine. I've been doing this a long time. I have some amazing mentors and guides. One is Dr. Pat Allen. If you don't know who she is, go look her up. I don't know if she's still alive anymore or not, but she's my dating coach for 15 years. And she taught me more about yin and yang energy and why I was a ball buster, and why she always used to say that it would be best if I always found a younger man, because I can be ball busting and I need a good man to lead. So what happens when two people make money in a relationship? Okay, I'm going to tell you how it usually works out, because I get these clients all the time. Okay, they've had a separate bank account for years. His money, her money. Let's say the rent's $2,000. They create a house fund. He takes $1,000 and puts in it. And that's how they pay the rent. Groceries come in. What? I don't know. $1,000 a month. I know that's low. Let's say it's $1,000 a month. They have a food account. She pays half, he pays half. Literally? And you ladies sign up for this shit. I just don't understand. Excuse me? And at the end of the day, oh yeah, he gets a free wife. Free wife. Like, free wife. sometimes that's even without a ring on. Blows my freaking mind. Medical bill comes up because something happened to her. Of course she's going to have medical issues because this is just shit. Just absolute shit. Medical bill comes up. Does he pay? Does he offer to pay? Does she ask? Because many times in relationships like this, she's subconsciously trained not to ask or need anything else because they have this agreement. And this is exactly what it is. It's an agreement. This isn't a loving, committed marriage. This is all based on what they have outlined that their relationship is going to be. So is this a loving relationship? Hell no. Do you know how many women have health issues because of this? Tons. Do you know how many women feel resentful because at the end of the day, they feel like a free wife without even the title? But then even if they are a wife, they still feel like a free wife because this is wrong. This is Peter Pan. Total Peter Pan. Total Peter Pan. This is beta energy. A masculine man, a gentleman would go, oh, screw that. You are not going back to work ever. If you want to, that's great. That's your money. That's what a masculine energy man does. Some of y'all are going to like that. It's okay. Totally okay. Sometimes you guys need to hear. Free wife is not a great life. Splitting the bills, oh, let me pay half. Not a great life. Ladies, that is not doing you any good. No. Because the other thing is, God created men to be warriors. They have a strong body. We have a weak body. We push ourselves, yes. And guess what? That's when we get sick. That's when you're depleted and exhausted. Your cortisol levels go high. He comes and complains. She's not giving it up anymore. Of course not. You're not providing her a place to rest and feel secure. She's having to pay half of everything. She's having to do just as much as you do. She's not able to rest. She's not able to be. She's not able to play. She has no energy to play. And then you wonder why she's boring. And then you actually leave her ass because she no longer gives it up anymore and she's boring. Of course. But ladies, you're the one that's agreeing to it. And this is where you have to come work with me. This is not an agreeable agreement. This is a convenient relationship and it's not convenient at the end of the day. It's exhausting you, depleting you, making you exhausted and tired. Here we go. I gotta lean over my desk. Can you see me leaning over my desk? I have the most beautiful desk ever. It's glass. I love it. Megling, thanks for following. And now my wife got one check. I got the others. Huh. Del, that's beautiful. Governor of Eden. I love it. You just told me I'm wrong on this point. No, I'm not. I'm wrong in your view, which is totally fine. You're in Ireland. That's fine. That's totally fine. I have been raised my whole life with the art of femininity and masculinity. It's what I teach. It's not going to be by popular demand. But I'm going to tell you, when my ladies step into it, this is when we keep relationships and we stand in alignment with our bodies, our mind, and our spirit. And we no longer get deflated and our relationships thrive because we're able to lean in and we feel safe and secure. So I'm not into modern. Okay, I'm not. Going back to who you were created to be. We were created from man's rib. Did that mean we were slaving out in the garden and doing all the towing? And no, we weren't, honey child. Just saying we weren't. But what we were a helpmate. We were next to him. Pulled us out of his side. We rested. And the man said, oh my gosh, I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect this. It's right here next to me. Whatever it takes. Thanks for following. I love it, J. Cole. Love it. You're starting over? Dale, you did the cooking and the cleaning, the outside work. You know, the most amazing thing is when I can cook, but men say to me, I don't want you cooking. I just want you to be present. That's when you know how a good man. Cooking stresses me out. I'm a relationship being. I'm a playmate. I did the cooking and cleaning and all that. I had a Peter Pan as a husband for years and years and years. It did not serve me well. No, it didn't. I love that. So Dale, you had a little bit off of a relationship, it sounds like there. That wasn't a partnership. Yeah, and that's where I was going to say she's unhealed, which is why that happened to you. I'm so sorry. Importance is on thriving. Yes, you want a partner where you thrive. I can't say that enough, where you thrive. So if you're not thriving, why? So, and here's the thing, it has nothing to do with whatever your partner's doing. Okay, because you're going to point your partner saying, you're not doing this and you're not doing this, and I need you to do that. And he's going to point back at you and say something. You have three fingers pointing back at you. It never has to do anything with your partner. It has to do with you and how you're showing up and how you're interpreting it. So this is where I help people reprogram thought processes and stories that they've created about their spouse. You can recreate yourself each and every day. And if you aren't doing that with your spouse, that's where the breakdown is. Each and every day, I recreate who I'm choosing to be for the day. If I got up this morning and said, I still don't feel well, guess what I would be doing? I would not be doing a live right now. But no, I recreated myself and who I'm stepping into becoming. I am healed. I don't feel healed. It doesn't matter. It's coming my way. So therefore, what's required of me today? I made a commitment to go on live. Some days I'm not able to if I'm really, really sick. Today I chose. So how am I choosing to feel today? I'm choosing to feel is this: I'm beautiful, sexy, sensual, on fire, passionate, intelligent, smart, sassy, fun, funny, energetic. And when I did that, all my stand-up goal just went through because I haven't worked out today. So in order to do that, though, what's required? Okay, so I had to give up exercise today. That's fine. I needed the rest. But who am I choosing to be? Pure, holy, selfless. Not selfish, selfless. I had to extend a couple olive branches today to people. And they were to men. Why? Because that's who I am. Did I want them to man up? Yes. Sometimes you have to do that as women. That's okay. And then you have an enrolling conversation once you have that conversation. This is why mirror work is important. You know, if you haven't seen my mirror, this is one of the most amazing mirrors ever, and I have it on my Amazon store. So, mirror on the wall. Look at, there you guys are. Look at that. There you guys are. Okay? Mirror on the wall. I mean, how many of y'all do mirror work? Mirror work is transformational for your relationships. Because how you speak to yourself is how you speak to your spouse. How are you speaking to yourself? Oh, you're stupid. I can't believe you did that. That person was so dumb. They cut that person off. I mean, you're telling your stuff in your head all the time. And then you wonder why you come home and you're the same thing with your spouse. It's because you've been saying that to yourself all freaking day in the mirror. Subconsciously, you're programming yourself. You created a habit and you become a person that you weren't created to become, which is the subconscious mind, which is what I help people with. Because here's what you know. I'm going to do green now. Green is money. Here's what you know that you know. And here's what you know that you know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Here's what you know that you know. Okay? So what do we have here? We have this overlap in the middle. This is the conscious mind, okay? Because you have two minds. And in this part is the other mind. Is the subconscious mind. That's what I help people with. That part right there. Hi, Steffi Marie. Hi, Kate. Thanks for following. You started cooking in the last 3 years? Oh, my goodness. Oh, it was slavery. I'm so sorry, my friend. Yes, Red Shop, we do need you to put up a profile picture, my love. Ramsey, thanks for the rose. Oh, you're doing, oh, I love it. She's in her creative space, okay? Creativity is femininity. So I love it. She is creating right now. So, and just let you know, if I said, can't have a conversation with somebody goes, so if I've mentioned your name and you don't have a profile picture up, you need to send me a message on right now on the live as to when that you're going to put a profile picture up. And if you choose not to, that's okay. Just know that Gigi has my permission to then let you go. I'm not here to look for followers. I'm here to make a difference in people's lives. And I'm also here to create a space that's safe for people, to be transparent, but also a protective space for me. God's bringing me a husband. Just know when that happens, the whole platform's going to change. Just saying. Hi from California. So John, this is when you're a doormat. And this is what I help ladies with. So when you're a doormat, this is when you begin to get diseases like I did, like candida, worms, parasites. Okay, it's no fun to be a doormat. So where is your backbone for you to say this is no more? So you've been beaten down. I don't know what your past stories are, but if you're doing everything to the point of exhaustion and there's no reciprocation, you need to come work with me, because that's a problem with you. And the only reason why that person is getting away with it is because you're not standing in your masculine strength. And ladies, it goes for you also. If you're in femininity and you're doing it all and it's not reciprocal, got to come work with me. I was a doormat in my marriage. Okay. I got multiple sclerosis. There's a reason. Okay. I do talk to married couples. Hi, Laners. How are you? Thanks for following. But here's what I work with married couples. I work with two incomplete individuals. I don't work with you guys together, because this person comes and points a finger, and then this person points a finger. And guess what? You have three fingers pointing back at each other. So what we need to do with is you. And it's amazing. When I work with one of the spouses, like if I work with the wife, the husband will begin saying, and they don't even know oftentimes that they're in counseling, you're changing on me. And all of a sudden he'll begin to do things. And she goes, I have bitched, moaned, and complained about that for years. What is going on? I go, you're shifting. You're going into what we talked about earlier, feminine energy. And when you go into your feminine energy, you start putting down your masculine energy. And all of a sudden, it's quantum physics, you guys. He senses it. And he starts rising up into his masculine energy. And you're like, oh my goodness. It's amazing what happens. And this is where we talk about you being in alignment with who you're created to be, not who you become. Oh, I love it. Steffi, thank you for that, my love. Happy Monday. Art Stanley, thanks for following. Let's see. I'm trying not to. Aw. So you guys, does that make sense to you guys in regards to marriages or relationships? We look at all our constant complaints, what's not working, okay? But then we realize, wait a minute, what's incomplete in me that's contributing to the relationship not working? And one is, like men, you man up and you do all this stuff, okay? But then the wife doesn't meet you, okay? So that's on you. That's you saying, I'm okay with doing this, but listen, I need a wife, I need a partner, and you're not being one. What are you needing from me? What's missing? Okay? Has she gotten lazy? Is she self-sabotaging? I don't know what's going on with her. Okay? But it's not okay for you to be a martyr for your marriage. It's not okay. It's not okay for men to be doing to where there's no love, there's no affection, there's no appreciation. That's just flat out wrong. And the same thing goes the other way, ladies. If you're like giving of your heart and everything to a man and he's discarding you, you don't feel safe, you don't feel protected, guess what? That's not okay either. So I'm gonna let you know it goes both ways. It's not just one way or another. And I speak on behalf of man because I want men to get their balls back, okay? And I speak on the behalf of feminine because I want feminine to step into their goddess queenly state, of which we are, that we have actually gotten detached from because of the way life and living has become, and also in regards to how, if you're single, shitty the dating world has become. Jackson, thanks for that. Mike, thanks for following. Buttercup. Hello from Mexico Beach. I love it. Amen. The MAGA party's in the house. Whoop, baby. Whoop, whoop. Yes. I know I'm Southern. And I'm clearing out my storage unit because I swear I'm going to go home. Been on the West Coast a long time. And men out here don't know how to protect. They don't know how to honor. And it's exhausting for feminine energy. Literally exhausting on the West Coast. You're in the Bay Area. I love it, my friend. I love it. My girl, Annette Teddy is in the house, possibly. If she comes on, I'm going to freak my lid because I haven't seen my girl in a long time. It is. It is. Yes. Stand in your greatness. Yes, it has been. That's all going to change, though. I heard that Grant is going to possibly come to California and run, which would be amazing. He's an amazing entrepreneur. I've listened to him. I think he is a go-getter, ball buster. Hi, Mike. How are you? Oh, Mike, everyone listen to her. Mike, what profile picture do we have up, my friend? Yes. My love, where are you? Meling, I just want to say it's emotionally exhausting for true feminine energy. I came home when I was 17 years of age. So I'll share with you a little bit of what masculine energy looks like. I was romanced by a Chilean. And he came into my space, and I have amazing stories, okay, with men who romanced me. And, he came in my space, and when he met me, I walked into a BMW dealership to get a car, and he said, I just met my wife. No shit. And I was lady in there. She was my roommate. He went home and told his girlfriend he'd been living with, you need to get out. I just met my wife. We hadn't even gone on a date yet. He kicked her out. Long story short, went on a date. Best date I've ever had in my entire life. It was literally like Pretty Woman. We're going to go to an opera. He picked me up. He says, we have to go shopping first. We went shopping. I took the dress around with me for years and years and years. A black gown with shoes and the whole ensemble. And then went to this gala together. And he romanced me like there was no tomorrow. And what did I do to my nervous system? I'm from the South. That's what I'm used to. My nervous system just relaxed. It was amazing. I felt safe and protected. I felt honored. I felt cherished. I felt like I'd lean in. He wanted to know what I was interested in so he could romance me. He wanted to know places I'd like to go eat. He wanted to expose me to things. I was from this little town in South Carolina. He wanted to expose me to a life in a different world. I went out of the country with him for the first time to Paris, and it was like the most magical experience ever. I'm like, yes, okay? So why did we end up not together? Because he has anger issues. I don't do anger, okay? So that's an unhealed part of him. I can't do it. Been through too much violence growing up. But women, when a man wants to get to know you, he's going to pave the way for you. He's going to do things for you. He's going to want to get to know you. I can honestly say, since I've been in California, maybe one or two other relationships have been that way. The other ones, no. And I've been out here since I was 17. 17 years of age. Men don't do it anymore. It's sad. It's disheartening. Because what's happening is women are actually getting health issues because men aren't manning up. But men, you also have bad pickers, and you're picking women who are using you. So I just want to give that out there too. So it goes both ways. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. Hi, Bob. How are you? Massachusetts. Massachusetts is going to be totally different than on the West Coast. I want to let you know, because when I go home to South Carolina, men treat me totally different. They worship the ground I walk on. And it's not, I don't take it lightly. It's amazing. In California, we have a lot of Peter Pans. I love it. We're making friends here. Oh, I love it. You guys are great. Who's the common denominator in what stories, James? Yes, your picker is broken. This is why I tell people, you waste so much time and energy on dating, okay? So much time instead of working with somebody like me for 2 months to totally change the trajectory of everything that you're looking at. It's amazing, and people don't do that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I've been working on my life since I was 14 years of age. This is just who I am. This is just what I do. It comes natural to me, okay? And I just don't understand. People go, well, I have a bad picker, and leave it at that instead of going, no, I really need to work with somebody. I want to get my life back. Stand into a different way, because you'll attract differently. And you'll see things differently that you've never seen before. Remember, this is what you know that you know. Here's what you know that you don't know. Where I come in is the middle part. That's the subconscious space. Okay? By the way, if you are married or with somebody and you don't even give any words of affirmation or thank you so much or you're so kind and thoughtful, shame on you. We all need it. The bottom line is you're probably not doing it to others because you're not doing it to yourself. Because if you can't give yourself a compliment, how can you give somebody else a compliment? If you can't look in the mirror and say, I like you, I love you, how can you even like, much less love someone else? See, we only project onto other people our own shit. Okay, that's why people are mirrors for us. That's why relationships are really important to me. Because I want to be in a relationship where someone mirrors back to me who I've been being. So I can heal that part of me that's incomplete, release, complete it, and let it go, so I can get to the next layer of me stepping to becoming more holy and more pure in alignment with my true authentic self. This is what relationships were created for. And we all keep saying there's nobody for me. There's nobody for me. Look, I tried that person, I tried that person. There's 3 fingers pointing and it's back at you. So it's not the other people, it's you. This is why I tell people, come and work with me. It is a game changer. And those who are in affairs and situationships and come and work with me, it's amazing. Not only do they restore their life, but then they start realizing that everything in their space, they were compromising their worth and their value. They see who they are. I can't tell you how many people go get new jobs. Like, no shit. All of a sudden, their whole life upside down. Their friends are like, what the hell just happened to you? Not only did you, like, get rid of Peter Pan or Princess P, okay? But then all of a sudden now you're doing this, and then their demeanor changes, their walk changes, their talk changes, because they step into realizing who they are and who they're stepping into becoming. And when you do that, it's a game changer. The whole universe begins to shift and change. Oh my goodness. eHarmony. How many of you guys have done eHarmony? Oh, Maling, my heart goes out to you. I cannot imagine. I don't know. How'd you know I'm from South Carolina? Some people I don't know. Send love, you guys, to Mel Ling. Her boyfriend just passed. I can't imagine. I'm going to switch it around a little bit here, you guys. I'm going to sit for a moment. Let's see if this stays. There we go. You guys can hear my sniffles. I'm getting ready to go sit in the sauna. I made it today. I just want to let you know I made it. It's been a crazy day. 37. Oh my gosh, my love. I am so sorry. I can't imagine. So Richard, you can go to my Amazon store and you can go get the link for the infrared portable saunas that I recommend there. And why do I recommend them? It's because their EMF is the lowest, so therefore you don't get radiation. So how does this help you guys? I would like a few comments on here. You can share with me what you got, one thing out of the live today. What would it be? Okay, Maling, sounds good, love. Thanks for sharing. By the way, you guys, this is why we do profile pictures up. Okay? To be there for someone in need. One of our followers, daughter had passed. She was 26. Too young. This is when people need love. Lena's 86. That's beautiful. So I'd love to hear what you guys got out of the live today. One thing you got out of the live today. Oh, Melling, where is that? Where do you live now? Where'd you move back to? Oh, my Gigi. I love my Gigi. So we're on YouTube also. You guys, let me know one thing you got out of the live today. Man up. Man up. Dale, you welcome. What's one thing you got out of it? Montesenda, okay. Just more tolerable. Compliment each other. I love that. You got that. You shouldn't have to pay half of his shit. Amen to that, girlfriend. Man, you need to come work with me. We got to restore that part of you, because otherwise you're going to get a leech. You're going to get a little boy. You're going to get a Peter Pan saying, come take care of me. I'm afraid to make money. Real men know how to make money. It's the wounded ones that don't. And trust me, I have married them. I had a therapist tell me once, what is wrong with you? And I go, what? She goes, you marry Peter Pan. And it hit me like a, whew. Bat out of hell. But I can help him. I can help him. I'm the character. I can help him. And what does he do for you? Oh, he drains the hell out of me. Uplifting one another. I love it. What's some more things we got out of the live today? So just to let you guys know, if you'd like to come work with me, click on my face, click on my link tree, schedule a time with me. That is what I'm here for. And the only reason why I'm on social media platform is to help empower and inspire people to step into their greatness, to see that who they've been being is not in alignment with our higher selves, and for them to realize who they're created to be so they can create the life and have the love they're created for, where love, joy, peace, harmony, balance, stability overflow in all areas of your life, because it is available to you. It's you getting out of the way with everything you think you know and going into what I call the world of the unknown, called faith-based living. This is how I reversed multiple sclerosis 28 years ago. I took a step of faith. I said I didn't know how it watched me. If I went with what they had told me, I don't even know I would be here right now, because they also put a dead end on me, and I just said no. So I wouldn't be running, I wouldn't be exercising, and the whole 9 yards. Stop letting people use us. Yes, when a man does his part and a woman does his part, it's a beautiful thing. Yes, this is where the waltz happens. Okay, it's a waltz. We want to slam dance each other. It's not a slam dance. It's a waltz, and it's graceful. It's elegant. It's captivating. It's uplifting. It's alluring. It's sexy. It's sensual. It's not freaking boring as we make them. Oh, Melanie, you're so kind. Thank you. So, and I love helping men get their balls back, and I love helping women step into their femininity. Vince D, thank you, my friend. I love what he said, divine love. Did you see that? Divine love. I love it. So that would be one of my affirmations from here out, maybe today, would be to say, I am divine love. But not just say it, to like, what would it be like to experience divine love? How would I feel? And to take a moment of silence and to actually feel that. And transcend the human experience that I'm having into something that's holy and pure, like divine love. Divine appointment. Yes, divine appointment. Yeah. So that is beautiful what you said. And the other thing is, what you put out, if you so choose, you get back. You get to choose what you receive. We don't realize that. We get to choose. What are you choosing or not choosing, and why? I think one of the most amazing things is someone told me the other day, I now know my why. Game changer. Do you know your why? Hey, Chris, welcome in. Do you know why you're here, but you know how you're going to show up today and why? Why are you going to show up the way that you're going to show up? Why are you going to allow what you're allowing? What's your purpose? And stepping into that each and every day. That's a game changer. And when you step into that space, then everything in your world changes, and people show up differently for you because you're showing up differently for yourself. Okay, you guys, I want to acknowledge Gigi for being here. For those of you who shared the live, we're the same age, my dear. I love it. I love it. not receive everything. And some of us have the opposite, where it's not that we've received everything, we've actually not asked, and they're therefore not received. So you guys, kisses to you. Thanks for being on the live. For those of you on YouTube, thanks for being here. On TikTok, thanks for being here. And I hope this touched, moved, and inspired you to step into your greatness. You need help, I look forward to chatting with you. And you guys have a magnificent evening. I'll talk to you soon.